This is We All Be News and Radio.
Ron Hurd. Get up out of bed. Let's go. Let's go. Ron Hurd. That's the word. Get out of bed. Give me a jingle. My number 051. Get out of bed. Let's go. Don't be afraid. This is Herb Smith calling you. Herb Smith. All right, I know you're famous and all that kind of stuff, but let's go. Get out of bed.
And welcome, family, back to another wonderful edutainment, infotainment edition of the Artivist Presents We All Be News and Radio. I'm your host for this empowerment segment, R2C2H2, the Artivist. Please feel free to join us in this very important dialogue about us, by us. This is why it's called We All Be, but we all be in it together. Please feel free to call in, area code 646-652-4593. Once again, that's area code 646-652-4593. If you're scared to get on the air, we got the chat room open, so you want to put some thoughts out there, some ideas. You want to get some attention, you want to get our attention, please feel free to type into the chat room. And also you can send me a personal email at r2c2h2@gmail.com. Once again, that's alphabet R, numeric 2, alphabet C, numeric 2, alphabet H, numeric 2@gmail.com. And tonight's topic and subject, of course, is no doubt Black by popular demand. Dick Gregory live again. This is like in honor of Brother Dick Gregory. As you all know, who listen and re-listen and keep on sending me emails from that very historic day for We All Be Radio. This is it was our highest rated show to date back in February 9th of this year. Without further ado, Dick Gregory truly enjoyed himself and our guests, because like I told him before, we have a very intelligent audience and they are very much into what he has to say. And this is, like, to me, a blessing, because he's a true living legend. And not only is he a living legend, but he's a true humanitarian extraordinaire. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, scholars and laymen, I give you Brother Dick Gregory. How you doing, Brother Dick Gregory?
Thank you, my brother. Peace and love to you and the family. And thank you so much for being here with this show, man. I tell people all the time that money is not power. Education is not power, but information is power. And if you can let someone give you bad information, you got bad power.
Yes, sir.
So, again, I say thank you. And when I got off the show the last time, I just called my wife and said, wow, anytime the brother calls, clean out my schedule for him. And I thank you, thank you.
I appreciate it. It's an honor. I want to ask you this, because I played a clip from the First Amendment show you did with Brother Miles Lawrence, and all your military work and your civil rights activism. People forget how brilliant and funny of a comedian that you really are. You know, you like your favorite comedian. But I want to ask you this, because I remember W.C. Fields, I read what W.C. Fields, the great actor and comedian, said of Burt Williams, our great ancestor, that he was the funniest man he ever saw, but the saddest man he ever knew. And I'm trying to figure out to myself, is it just me, or why is it some of the funniest people in the world also have to be some of the saddest people in the world?
No, what he was talking about, Burt Williams.
Mm-hmm.
Burt Williams, see, back then they was doing blackface. So Burt Williams could come out because all the rest of them, Al Jolson, all of them had on blackface, right?
Right.
But the people who ran Broadway, they knew who the Negroes was. And so when it was all over, can you imagine being the greatest comic in the history of the planet as we know it?
Mm-hmm.
And after the show is over, the white boys go out the front door and come out, and you got to go out the back door and come out to the alley. And Al Jolson said to Burt Williams one time, said, man, I'm sorry, you know, it's like that, but, and he looked at him and said, it wouldn't hurt me so bad, but I can still hear the applause in my ear. I can still them people clapping for me and yelling, you the greatest, but you walk out the front door and I go out the back. Do you know what it's like to have a talent? I'll give you an example. Let's say if you had a son that was the greatest football player that ever lived, but when the team went south, he couldn't go. When the team went, you know, was way back then, there was a place in Chicago, New York, he couldn't go. You know what that feels like when you know you're the greatest person, in your game. And so that's what the sadness was about. But let's go back to comics. The biggest laugh you had in your life didn't come from comedians, come from friends and relatives. The big yaks. I mean, just, oh, God, oh, baby said that, huh?
Yes, sir.
Just those funny things children can say, you know? And so, and so there's a lot of sadness that people say, you know, I got to laugh to keep from crying. And so that's what black folks have been able to do. I mean, when black folks, Hugh Hefner brought me in the first time in the history of America, they didn't permit a black comic to work white nightclubs. You could sing and dance, but they would not permit you to stand flat-footed and talk to white folks. And Hugh Hefner brought me in, and that changed. But when you stop and think, wow, Dick Gregory was the first, but no, deeper than that. What about 100 years ago? Dick Gregory, Bill Cosby, Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, huh? Look at all of them that died, man. Look at all of them that died because of a racist system that would not let me talk, huh?
Yes, sir.
Now, thanks to Hefner, the comics don't make no money compared to the writers, huh? I know Ed Weinberg. He was my first writer, and I was his first client. I had a brother with me named Jim Sanders. They was my writers. And he went on, he created the Bill Cosby Show. It's Ed Weinberg. Roller, Taxi, the Mary Tyler Moore Show. That was Ed. And if Bill Cosby made $1 billion off of his show, which he has, Ed Weinberg has made $10 billion. The writers. So now what has happened because of Hugh Hefner bringing it, you got black writers now. You got the biggest movies out that make the most money because they're out every week is romantic comedies. You have black folks writing that now.
Right.
The reason David Chappelle, signed that $50 million contract, remember, with Comedy Central? Because he was writing his stuff. And so today now you got black writers, men and women writers, you got Hispanic writers, the whole thing done caved in. But we say, wow, think about all the greats that died, huh? Do you realize after Jack Johnson, you're a little young, you remember Jack Johnson?
I read about it. I don't remember. I read about it.
They won 75 rounds back then, man. With no gloves, huh?
Yes, sir. 75
rounds in the hot sun. And then Jack Johnson, they couldn't deal with him because he dealt with white women, married a white woman. And they said, okay, let's get him. Let's take him down. And what they did was they created a law in Congress. They said, we're just going to use it one time, then we'll take it off the book. And that was called the Mann Act. White slavery. That's why they named it white slavery. And so him and his wife was going over to Canada, and the government busted him here. And put him under the Mann Act. And that was the end of his career. And then they played about it. You ever seen the movie King Kong?
Yeah, I've seen the movie King Kong. Yes, sir.
On the Empire State Building with the white lady? Well, why would a gorilla go to New York? It ain't no trees, and Lord, there ain't no bananas. But what did New York represent? Madison Square Garden, the boxing capital of the world.
Right.
King Kong is a story of Jack Johnson and show you what happened, boy, when you mess with the white lady. That's why he's up on the Empire State and she's there. He died and she get away. And I wonder how she get away. What door did she go down? And so now that law is still on the books, right? They didn't take it off.
Right.
And I think that's what the problem is with Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods was 4 victories away from tying the greatest golfer in the world, right?
Right.
And 5 away from
beating him. Right.
Beating him, right? And then all at once something happened, and I think they cut a deal because, the white lady he carried over to Sweden, He'd have come under the Mann Act, brother.
Across state line, federal line.
And when they said Jack Johnson, he said when they were putting the law together, say you can't a woman across the line for means of prostitution or sex, and they said, well, that's his wife, and the white boy said, and that white woman, that was very Negro is a hoe. And so I think that's what here's a guy could outplay God and all the ones he can't win a major. Well, that's the games they play, and thank God it ain't nothing but a game. You know, we will find a cure for cancer one day, and it won't be through no athlete or no entertainer.
That's right.
We will find a cure for all the things that is, and it won't be through. Let me tell you how clever they are. 80 years ago, 98% of your professional athletes, Negro, was dark complected and from the South, okay? 98%. Why? Because if you was light complected, you didn't have to put your hopes on the game. You know, let me tell you, if you counted all the professional athletes in America, all sports, it's less than 2,000. That's even counting the games we don't play, cricket and
right.
Riding horses and stuff, you know, and hockey. And you got a whole race of people, there's 20 million people, put their hopes in little black boys to make it big. What an awful thing to do with all the millions of black boys live in America, and we got them believing you can make your escape. And nobody tells them, man, out of all the professional sports, even the one is less than 2,000 professional athletes. And then the average professional athlete life expectancy is only 54 years of age. Winos live longer than that. And so now, here's how the real boys, we got to stop blaming our problem on some old redneck, ignorant, Negro-hating, pot-belly. Listen, them type of white folk don't determine public policy. Public policy is determined by the president of Harvard, Yale, MIT, General Motors, but we ain't going to mess with them because they'll hurt you. And so when the real white boys step up to the plate, and they knew them black professional athletes, 98 of them was from the South, all of them had sex with white women, but because of their Southern mentality, they didn't flaunt them women. You hear me? So when they brought Jackie Robinson up, Jackie Robinson was born in the South, but when he was 1 month old, his family moved to Ingleside, California. So he was dark complected, but he didn't have a Southern black mentality. So they know he's had sex with white women out in California. So they put in his contract he would not date a white woman for 3 years. That's how this works. They know it. They know it. They created it. And so when you stop and think about, you know, where we are now, you see, when I came through, I'll be 80 years old next year. Wow. It was physical, man. Physical. You could physically be hurt. Huh?
Yes, sir.
And today it's mental. And so when I was a little boy, they would change your dollar. You go say, give me change for a dollar. They give you 50 cents and wasn't a damn thing you could say about it. But today, they give you 98 cents change for a dollar, and somewhere we got to say, hold it. I don't want 98 cents change for a dollar. I want a full dollar's change for a dollar, or this cash register will never ring again. So, boy, I'll kill you. If I stand there and let you keep me, I'm already dead. Huh? It's a mental thing now.
Yes, sir.
Got to be careful what Hollywood puts out. You ever been to Jamaica, brother?
No, sir.
Well, you know somebody been? Ask them. You can't get no blacker than them folks in Jamaica, huh? The number one killer of young black folks in Jamaica is not crack or reefers or ODing. It's not automobile accidents or drive-by shootings, huh? It's bleaching cream, man. So how black are they? Watching them movies, man. The number one killer of Chinese women in China, bleaching cream. These movies tell a yellow ain't enough. And I looked around when I was a little boy, and we thought the sanctified folks was crazy because they wouldn't let their children go to the movies, right? And now I go back home now, and the only folks at home making sense is them sanctified folks, huh?
Yes, sir.
And so somewhere, as we look and realize and understand where this is and the price that was paid for us to be here now. I mean, that's a hell of a price. And somewhere, when you stop and think about, you know, if you did a survey of 100 world-renowned African Americans, now you can't lie on that one, right?
Right, no, you can't.
98 of them is a product of black colleges, huh? Not Harvard, not Yale, not MIT, huh?
Wow.
And when you look at all your Ivy League schools, I didn't say almost all, I said all of them, right? All your Ivy League school was created by white slave owners so they could send their dumb white boys. And I live 48 miles down the road from Harvard and MIT. And everybody talk about how good MIT, Harvard, that's the citadel of intellectuality. Harvard and MIT have more suicides in 1 year than all the Big Ten schools have in 20.
Oh, wow.
So what God looks at that like it's the citadel of intellect. God, I pray to look at it like it's a cesspool of filth. And I was the first black to give a commencement address at Harvard. And it wasn't because they wanted me. The students, this is the first time they let the students pick the speaker. And that was 1975. And what had happened was the class of 25 was celebrating their 50th anniversary. And that class had created more billionaires than any other class. So they were trying to make graduation glamour, because back in 75, my children wouldn't even show up for graduation. So to make sure they show up, they said, we're going to let you pick the speaker, and they picked me. And I just went there to tell them, first, I don't want none of your blood money, and two, I don't want no honorary doctor. I don't want nothing in my house with Harvard on it.
Wow.
And I said to them young folks, this is not the citadel of intellectuality. It will never be until you make it. Till you make it. Till you turn it around. And turn it around. And so that's where we are today. And it shows like this, man, that people can listen and understand. My grandmother can hear this show. That's right, and listen and understand it.
That's right.
We think they dumb. Never use God's name in vain, right? And so you have, when he said, go tell Pharaoh and let your people go, right?
Right.
And Pharaoh said, who must I say sent me? Remember that?
That's it.
That's a code. Tell him, I am the I am. God's name is I am. But most folks don't know that. So when they say, God damn, I'm not using, God means power. That's why they refer to them thug, animalistic mafia. They call them Godfather, right? God means power, and Father means old. And say, Godfather. And I didn't hear one Christian raise their voice. How do you call him God? And so consequently, God means power, and dam, if we go out to the river there and dam up the water, right?
Yes, sir.
We get electric, right? Electric's power. So God means power, dam means when a woman's pregnant. Inside her belly, that thing is dams up, that baby, huh? And when that water bag breaks, power. So we run around talking about, don't say God damn, when it's really, don't say I am tired, I am sleepy, I am hungry. God can't be tired. That's when you use his name. And them old black folk, many of them knew it. They said, girl, we sure is hungry. We just thought they was talking about we, not I am. God can't be hungry. Girl, we need to get our rent money together. God don't need, and that's how bright they were, because we're all born with wisdom. Look at every Bible every religion in the history of this planet, and you will not see no word in there called intelligent and smart. It says they had great wisdom. And so then these thugs invented smart and intelligent, something he could give you a test on and grade it. Because, see, if they could test a pyramid, if they could test wisdom, they could build a pyramid.
Right.
And so all that misinformation. I mean, they killed my Jesus on a Friday and told me to call it a good day, and I called it Good Friday, and don't see nothing wrong with it. Huh? You hear me?
Yes, sir. Everybody.
One day, 1 year Easter come in March, another year comes in April, huh?
Yep.
You can't be killed in 2 different months, huh? If I borrowed $10,000 for you on Friday and told you I'd pay you back in 3 days, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's Saturday, Sunday, Monday, right?
Right.
So if Christ is killed on Friday and you say you give him 3 days to rise, how he keep coming up on Sunday? All over the world, it's called Easter Monday. And so when you think about how they programmed us, handful of folks, and so it shows like this where we can sit and listen to and see things and feel things. And once you feel it, the rest of it come to you. The rest of it come to you.
I know I got some people that's coming to you on this phone line. They're clamoring at the moment to try to talk to you, to ask you some questions. And I want to take this caller from Florida. It's a special guest. I know you probably heard of him. You always talk about him. Sister Gladys, are you there? Sister Gladys?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, we're here.
Hey.
How you doing, Mr. Gregory?
God bless you, Sister Gladys. Peace and love to you and the family.
Too.
Thank you.
You know, this is like the half of the Scott sisters, Brother Gregory.
Huh?
This is like Gladys Scott of the Scott sisters you talking to.
All right.
Sister Gladys, you got it?
So, Mr. Gregory.
Sister Gladys want to ask Mr. Gregory. Okay, go ahead.
Mr. Gregory, when you come to see me and Jamie?
I don't know. I just finished my Black History Month tour. I do about 240 dates a year. So every day I'm crisscrossing, going somewhere. I guess I go to Philly tomorrow, and then Friday I come down to a little celebration of the march from Selma to Montgomery, the Eddie Pellet Bridge. I'll be there for that, and then I head back. I just came in from San Diego this morning, so I'll be there.
Okay, now we waiting on you because we want to get these pounds up off us, so we can try to go ahead with the surgery.
Listen, dear, I talked to you the other day, and then I called you back accidentally because I thought I was calling your sister.
Yeah.
So I will be calling you, and we'll put a plan together.
All right, dear brother.
I'm talking to folks now, and I saw in the paper where the AP said y'all had got a trainer. Trust me, dear, you don't need a trainer right now, okay?
Okay.
You hear me?
I hear you.
What you got to do, what you see, everybody's going to run at you now.
Yeah.
Because if you lose the weight you have to lose, they'll make millions.
Yeah, that's true.
Billions. Okay? But what we're looking at now is your health, huh?
Right.
Your health. What I got to do now, and I'm doing it now with several top doctors, is finding out when you have a transplant, what kind of vitamins should you not take while you're losing weight? You follow me?
Yeah, I follow you.
How fast can you lose the weight, okay?
Right.
One of the best ways to lose weight is water. But when you're on kidney dialysis, we got to find out how much water can you take before it interferes with the treatment.
That's true.
And then so what we're looking at now is coming down there, visiting with you. Now, weight loss is not easy because you want to lose it.
Right.
But after the 5th day, that hunger hits you.
Right.
You must be crazy. You know what I'm saying? But you all have something. Let me tell you how special the universe made you. The number one problem in America is obesity.
Right.
All over the world. Okay? So for someone to see you all and see you losing weight to save a life, huh?
Right.
Now, can you imagine all the people out there that don't need a transplant, but they dying, huh?
Right.
They dying. We spend billions of dollars to protect Americans from terrorists so we can die from obesity, huh?
I hear you,
and
bro.
So what we want to do is get all the information. See, we got two people. We got one that needs a transplant. We got another that's going to give us, right?
Right.
And so both of you have to build you up to make sure, being in jail ain't the healthiest place in the world, but it's healthy in most places because the number one killer in America is not kidney or sugar diabetes. The number one killer in America is sleep deprivation. The number two killer in America is dehydration.
Right.
The number three killer in the world is lack of physical fitness, huh?
Right.
And so all of this here, and the best way to get physical fitness is on a trampoline. Okay? The next best way, if you just laid in bed and made like you was conducting a symphony band, because they found out symphony conductors, that occupation lived longer than any other occupation. So they went and got grants, and they said, it must be the music. So the rest of the band listened to it, and they found out it was the exercise for the heart as you direct that. So there's a lot of little things that once we put all the diuretics together for what's the best weight loss, how can we do this? And then after we look at the examination and find out if this is weak over here, do we need to increase your vitamin A? We do all of that. And then we're ready to roll. But now listen to me. I'll be there shortly. Y'all better have fun, because when I come there, everything stops.
All right now.
You want to eat a big old box of cookies? You better go and eat them now. So you think you've been in jail. When I come there, you all will be under house arrest.
All right now, brother.
But it will be, and the whole world will watch it. And not only that, when people see what you're doing, they'll say, well, if they can do that, I can stop drinking. I can stop using dope. I can stop this. You understand?
That's right.
And so that's going to be y'all's gift to the world. So thank you so much, girlfriend. Love you.
And love you too. So I just want to know one thing. Is I'm going to see you April 1st in Jackson, Mississippi?
April 1st. What am I there for?
Were they doing a rally to ask the governor to pardon me and Jamie?
Oh, you have my April 1st. You have my number at home?
No, but when we get off the air, you can call me. You got mine, right?
No, I'll call you tomorrow with my wife on the phone.
All right.
And I'm going to see if I'm not, that she can clear that time off.
All right. Because we're going to be down there.
Okay, good enough.
All right, then.
That'll work.
All right, brother.
Okay, dear, thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Sister Gladys. Thank you. Sister Gladys of the Scott sisters, Jamie and Gladys Scott. Brother Gregory, I really appreciate that. And we got some more callers that want to talk to you. They just jumping. Man, the chat room is so lively. I want to read, a brother brought up a point, a person in the chat room saying that when they make your life story, because they're going to make your life story a movie, a biopic, you want Eddie Griffin to play you, and they ask who will play Mark Lane.
Well, I don't know. A lot of times you don't have control over who plays you. No. But they'll find somebody. I'll sign off on them, and they'll find somebody. They got people make millions of dollars. They call central casting, And so they'll find somebody.
And also somebody asked too, are you still fasting for 9/11 truth?
Yeah. That's gonna be 2 years that your truth come out, And it will. They know it's a whole lot of stuff they hear on that one.
I heard that. Well, we got some more callers. We got to get through this. There's some many questions to ask you. Sister Chandra, a good friend of We All Be. You on the air? You there, Sister Chandra?
Oh, hello. Good evening.
God bless you. Good evening to you.
Oh, thank you for taking my call, and thank y'all for this wonderful show.
Well, thank you for listening and being a part of it.
It's my pleasure. I do have a question.
Please.
My question is, how can a regular person like myself, I don't have a lot of resources in terms of contacts and money and that type of thing, but I do have some highly beneficial things for our community on a large level, and I'm sure because I do that many other people do also. And if we really have something that is healthy for the community, what's a good way to go about trying to spread that or share it? If you have an opinion.
Well, give me an example. What you talking about?
For example, one example is the power of rap music, for instance. I've been a fan of rap for all my life, but as I got older, I got to be exposed to the African origins of rap and to the function that the music that we call rap played in ancient times in Africa and still now in terms of creating a cultural identity and really reporting the truth and reality so that people could live accordingly and adjust. And now that rap is caught up in, a lot of rap is caught up in the cultural machinery, how can we spread that message and help people understand what is the historical role?
First, when you said how can we, do you know how 99% of the record companies is owned by?
Yeah, not us.
So what do you mean when you say how can we? And why would that group want your culture things spread it?
Right. They don't.
So what you have to do, now, here's who you are. Queen Elizabeth make $360 million every 24 hours just interest on her money, okay? But if she was sitting on a park bench next to my welfare cousin, both of them breathe in the same amount of oxygen. You hear me?
Yes.
See, God made men and men made kings. God made women and men made queens.
Right.
The difference between a man and a king and a woman and a queen is the way you wrap the gift. So I said, after this show, I'm going to go and get you a gift, right? And so I go to Target and get you about 5 gifts. But then on the way to your house, I take them by to Saks Fifth Avenue and let them put their label in it, right?
Right.
And go to Neiman Marcus and let them wrap it. And you say, oh, he loves me. No, that's the same old jive stuff I got at Target. I just put it in. It's the way the gift is wrapped, right? And so Queen Elizabeth has 100,000 miles of blood vessels in her body. You have 100,000 miles of blood vessels in your body. Your blood make a complete cycle every 30 seconds, which means as you talk now, your blood is traveling 200,000 miles a minute. A minute. So that's who you are.
Right.
The day you was born, with all the billions of people, since the day one, there never was another you and there never will be another you. You know how special you are? How special you are? There ain't never been two trees that's alike. If you ever been around snow, there's never been two snowflakes that's the same. And all you got to do is put it together and believe and know it's going to happen. And there's something standing next to you. You can't see it, but you got to know it's there. If somebody held your nose and breath for 30 minutes where you couldn't get no oxygen, would you die? Wouldn't you?
Well, yeah.
And yet the one thing that keeps you alive on the planet is right next to you. You can't see oxygen. Right. You can't feel it. You can't taste it. And it's free. The sun is free. The rain is free. And yet nobody's ever walked up to you while you're walking down the street and tapped you on the shoulder and said, this is your water bill. This is your oxygen bill. So once you understand how powerful you are, and when that God touched you and made you, it didn't ask what color were you, are you male or female, you got any money in the bank, can you read or write, okay?
Right.
It touched you, and so when we get through with all the other stuff that society say is important, you go to school and learn how to make a living. God don't respect that. If you don't know how to live, making a living, you'll be out of here. Take you out at 35. And so know first that you have this talent, okay? And know first that the world needs this talent, right? And you go walking in the morning and meditate and see it happening. See yourself way up on that mountain, and everybody down the valley looking up, calling your name. Hey there, hey, you know, and then it happens just like that.
Wow.
Just like that.
That spoke to my soul. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, Sister Chandra. We're going to move along. We got so many people that want to talk to you, Brother Gregory. We're going to go into my backyard in M-Town. His sister, Melissa, you on the air?
Hello?
Yeah, welcome to We All Be Radio. This is my sister, Melissa.
God bless you, Melissa. How are you?
God bless you, Mr. Gregory.
Melissa?
How are you doing tonight?
I'm fantastic. Thank you. How's the family?
They're doing well.
Okay.
I was calling because I really admired your work during the Civil Rights era. And
yes.
I'm about to be a feature lawyer myself. I go to law school this fall. And I was to see, like, how do you motivate the people of my generation? I'm 23, going on 24 this July. I was wondering, how do you motivate people of my generation to be inspired to continue the civil rights work of our ancestors?
Well, first you have to know there's certain things that happen to folks, some good, some bad. You see where the priests for 100 years been ripping off them little boys, right?
Right.
Okay, now suppose you had two of them that was close to you, and you're trying to motivate them, but you don't know what somebody else is doing to them, right? So they might not feel like being motivated because they're so ashamed, and you might think you're a failure, okay? So you motivate by knowing what motivates you, and then you put it out there to other folks. Now, you're not going to get everybody, you know. If you're singing the most beautiful song in the world, if I'm deaf and dumb, I can't see you nor hear you.
Right.
But I can feel your vibration. Hear me? I can feel your vibration. And so you got people go in jail and can be motivated. That's the great thing about what we're going through in America. The strongest two forces in the history of America have always been the black woman in the black church.
That's
and
right.
once we black men find out who you are, we're the only group of people in the history of the planet can start off at the bottom of the heap and make it all the way to the top in one generation. Kennedy family was billionaire. It took him 12 generations to get in the White House. One generation, Jesse Jackson got one of the most brilliant minds on planet Earth. Who's his father? I don't know. Who's his mother? Well, she wasn't educated. Well, how did he get there? Two things: black woman, black church. The only person of color on the Supreme Court right now is Clarence Thomas. Who was his daddy? You don't know. His mama didn't go to school. She was washing toilets and making up beds in the hotel. One of the most powerful clubs in the world, Supreme Court. The only person on it, Clarence Thomas. What do you attribute to? Black woman, black church. And so the motivation is you have to find out what do it take to motivate people who've been depressed, who've seen things happen. You live in a house where dad whoops mom and they're on drugs and all that. Well, it takes a different vibration to motivate them. And so first you just get what motivates the masses of the people. Not got nothing to do with color or gender, nothing, the masses. And then you have different things. You got schools that they teach one curriculum, but if they're special students, then that's something else for them. But you starting off with the most important thing. You want to motivate people. So then Find out what motivates you, what makes you happy, what makes you feel good. And then ask other people, and then get you a set of friends that you can talk to and motivate them. There's so much reading and material out here. There's motivating books that motivate and records. Nothing I'll tell them. Just get those and listen to them. Listen to them. And you'll find out, and then you'll get a unique thing, and the motivation will come out of you. It'll be from you, and it will be you. That's all you have to do.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Gregory, for the advice.
Thank you, dear.
And we got another call. He got so many fans, Mr. Gregory. He's awesome.
I love it. I've been blessed.
We got a caller that's been patiently waiting from the ATL 404 area code. Y'all on the air. Are you there?
Greetings.
Greetings. Welcome to VRB Radio, sister. How you doing?
Greetings. I'm doing fine. Thank you so much. I'm a first-time caller, but I heard you last time you came on the show, and I saw you on Blog Talk. You were coming back on tonight, and I just wanted to come on and just let you know that I'm 32, and my mother is she's in her 60s, and growing up, she always talked about you. She has one of those dollar bills that has when you were president.
Yeah.
Yes. And everything. And I just wanted to say thank you for just all of your knowledge and everything, your wisdom that you're sharing. And I just wanted to, I saw you when you came here to Atlanta one year for Dr. King's services. You walked right in front of me, and I was like, oh, my God, that was Dick Gregory. And I was like,
don't never let me get that close. You don't reach out and touch me and say hello here.
Okay, all right. Well, I didn't want to be rude or anything, and you were just walking by.
You're never rude. You're never rude there. Never rude. You rude if you let me get that close and don't say hello.
Okay, all right. You were on your way somewhere, so I was like,
it don't take that long. It don't take that long to say hello. You notice I travel with no bodyguards. I'm listed in the phone book. Black folks made me long before I made millions. When I wasn't even funny, black folks were listening to me until I got, and then they pushed me all the way downtown where they couldn't afford to come and see me. So I owe it to black folks to reach out and touch you. You see all these black folks with all these entourages and all of that. That's because they're insecure. Okay?
That's so
and
true.
Thank God, the civil rights movement and all the beautiful people. You know what? The greatest movement in the history of planet Earth was our civil rights movement, okay? And 98% of the people who led that had Reverend in front of their name before they had PhD. And I keep saying the strongest two forces in the history of America have always been the black woman and the black church. And let me tell you, because of both of you, if you check, every nation that had slaves, Egypt and all them, they kept their slaves for 5,000 years. You hear me? They couldn't hold on to us for 150 years. Why? The black woman and the black church. Something more powerful than they were. And that's all you have to know. That's where you came from. That's what this whole piece is about. As long as you don't get evil and angry and mean. And before I leave you, let me say this to you. You still there, dear lady?
I'm still here.
Okay, let's say in front of your house, there's a huge well, where people come and get drinking water. You follow me?
Yes, sir.
And for 100 miles around, the only water is that well in front of your house, right? So for a 100-mile radius, people come to your house to fill up their buckets and their cars and their drinking stuff. Now, if I come there one night and pause in the well, right, then everybody come to get the water with the pause, and then what happens to them? They drink it, they die, right?
Yeah.
All right? Ball up your fist. You got your fist balled up?
Yes.
That's what your heart look like inside your chest, okay? Now open up your hand. See them fingers? Those are the valves like your heart. Now, this heart was made before there was Jesus, before there was Christians, before there was religion, before there was churches. The church had nothing to... This was made by the universal God that made the planet. Every grain of sand, that God know how many grains it is. Okay? Now, if you open your hand like you have it, and that blood comes into your heart, and when your heart beats, it sends the blood every place in your body, including your eyelashes. Huh? Now, if you take this heart and let somebody trick you to put meanness in it and bitterness in it, these white folks say, and all of that hatred and bitterness in your heart, you do the same thing that I would do if I threw poison in your well. When that heart pumps that blood around it, it sends poison all over your body. And that's what the sickness, that's why you see so many black folks say they can't let that bitterness go of what had happened. Well, you can keep it if you want. You can be bitter, but you ain't killing white folks, you kill yourself. And so that's all you do, just let it go. Let it go. The one thing these white folks can't cut off, and these folks that think they're so bad, black, white, or whatever, they can't make oxygen all over the planet. Do you realize me and you can go to the ocean with a big old container that can hold 10 million gallons, and we can pull 10 million gallons out, and the ocean won't emit it. Won't drop one iota, because that force that runs this whole thing have an unlimited supply. Unlimited supply. Don't be so busy worrying about your rent and your house note and school and all of that you forget there's a source that's next to you that charges you nothing. You can't see it. The oxygen you breathing in now, you can't see it, you can't feel it, you can't taste it, but it's right next to you. You don't have to go to Kansas City to get oxygen. You don't have to go to the grocery store to get oxygen. Something that important that God force brings it to you. Don't ask what's your credit score, huh? Everything that's good is free. An animal eat more food, or gorilla eat more food in one day you eat in 6 months, huh? And then they never had no job, never worked. And so that's who we are. We the prime of everything living. And so once we get through being depressed and listen to somebody say, well, let me tell you what they did. Well, you didn't change nothing. I'm still the same. And that's all you have to do, sister, is know that and feel that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
I really needed to hear that. I've been really, going through some things with having people who are considered my elders not really supporting what I'm trying to do, and it's been kind of hard. It's been like, they almost been kind of hating on me, and I just been like, how are you going to hate on somebody that's half your age? How are you going to show jealousy to someone that's half your age? It's like the younger people y'all are supposed to be happy that we're doing good or that we're doing better than you know what I'm saying, than what y'all did when y'all was coming up. And that was really...
Hear me, dear. It ain't personal. You find a cop that beat up folks all the time. He beat up his own wife, his own children. See, hatred ain't something you can turn on and turn off. Meanness ain't nothing you can turn on and turn off. Huh? Stink is stink, and you can smell it anywhere. One of our big problems is, this white racist system got us to accept injustice. Anytime you accept injustice, you become unjust. Anytime you coexist with filth, you become filthy. You can't live in this country in peace and think you different. You filthy just like everybody else. Every time I get on a plane and go to a peace rally, I pay tax on that ticket. I go to the hotel, I pay tax. They take my tax money and buy bombs and guns and drop it on women and children all over the world. So when the bullets and the guns and the bombs fall on my grandchildren, I hope God give me enough integrity to say, payback time, baby. Every time you go get a loaf of bread, you tune into this scheme. Every time. Every time I pay my taxes or go to the store and sell, I'm buying that gun, that bullet that they're going to shoot me with. And somewhere when we come out and say, wait a minute, hold it. Enough is enough. But when you coexist, all the people over there that coexisted with Hitler and all that filth, and when the wagon come, what they say, everybody go when the wagon come. And so all you have to know, there is a force up there that talks about kindness and niceness and understanding. And so when you stop and think about where they have us and what they're doing, let me show you something here that's real important. That when you look around and they say, well, you know what? Look at all the violence in the black community. Oh, black on black crime. You ever heard them say black on black crime?
Yes.
You ever heard that word?
Yes.
Okay, now let me ask you something there. Black on black crime. We tired of black folk killing black folks, right? If we go to China tonight, who you think killing Chinese in China? If we go to Italy tomorrow, who you think killing Italians in Italy? And if 98% of all the white folks that was murdered in America last year, if they was murdered by white folks, if they ain't talking about white on white crime, how they dupe you to talk about black on black crime? See, this is a game, okay? If people talk about the N-word, that's insulting. That's the most insulting thing. N-word? It's not the N-word. But wait a minute, how did I get... Look, everybody talk about it, nobody want to study it. I've been married to a black woman for 52 years. I've never heard her say nigger. 98% of the women I've been around, I've never heard them say nigger. So evidently that word is a man thing, which means it must be a sex thing, okay? And everybody running around and say, oh, don't say that. Not one black person sit at the table when somebody decided it's going to be called the N-word. In baseball, that's called a designated hitter. I'll call you the N-word. I'm still calling you. I'm just using the designated hitter. What kind of fool is that? Huh? Did y'all follow the number one clothes designer in the world just got fired and arrested yesterday? Y'all see that story?
No.
Christian Dior. All right, let me tell you what happened. He was sitting in a restaurant and got an argument with this Jewish family, and he said, I love Hitler, and Hitler didn't kill enough of you. Huh? Wait a minute now. They got arrested. You know why? Because in France, there's a law against making a statement like that. Now, suppose they would do what they do in America. Say, I love the H. Huh? And all y'all need to be killed. Huh? All y'all need to be caged. Now, he couldn't go to jail. He just got out of jail and then got to go to trial. Because if he didn't say Hitler, had he said the H, and didn't say kill, said the K, If someone walk up to you tonight in America because of the law and say, nigger, come here and then hit you in the mouth, that's a hate crime, baby. If he walk up and say N-word and hit you in the mouth, hey, baby, you're not covered. So we've been duped. When the O.J. was on trial and he got found free, and the reason most folks think he got set free, they believe he did it, but when that detective had to come in, Mark Furman, and they under examination found out how many times he said nigger this and nigger that, and then asked him and he said yes. And everybody think O.J. did it, but he got sent free because of the word nigger. And that's when the folk got together and said, we're going to change this. Can you imagine 200 years from now, if men who's not even born today get to looking back at the record of men every 6 minutes, you and I have been talking, a woman's been raped in America. Every 30 seconds, a woman in America has been beat up by her boyfriend or husband, not the Taliban. So then 200 years from now, men just look at that and say, oh, I am really sorry. Gee. And they said, okay, we're not going to use the word rape no more. We're going to call it the R word. Okay, who do that help? It helps the rapists because it tones down what they was really about, And you imagine the Jews letting the Germans tell them, we're not going to use the word swastika no more. we're going to call it the S word. We're not going to use the word concentration camp. We're going to call it the C word, huh? You just destroyed history. And nobody, like I say, if you ask the Jews all over the world, what did Jesse Jackson say to make them mad? Say he said Town. They don't say he said the H word. And so somewhere, all of that. And then once we see and understand and all the misinformation, you understand? All of the things we did in slavery to survive, huh? The God gave me nappy hair, not white folks. And if God didn't want my hair to be nappy, God who built every mountain, who's responsible for every raindrop, every animal, every bit of hair. So how do we as black folks feel God is so stupid he made a mistake when he gave me nappy hair? Do you know what kind of violation that is? Huh? What it is I start pressing my hair because I wanted my hair to look like the slave master's wife. Anytime the oppressed take on the likes and characteristics of the oppressor, that's God say it's over for you. God made my black face. God made my nose. God made my wide lips. God made my wide nose, huh? And yet and still we act like somebody gave us something we don't like, so let's change it. All right? Let's change the mountain. Let's change the stars. What kind of fool is you?
Oh, let's change the Sphinx.
You hear me?
Yeah.
And so consequently, when you sit and stop and think, you know, as bad as pressing my hair was, so I could look like white folks, it still ain't as bad as perms. Now, go back, you older folks that's listening. How come there was no such thing as hemorrhoid? I mean, how come there was no such thing as all the problems we looking at now? How come when I look back at the old days, fibroid tumors? Do you know fibroid tumors is 98% black women, and the second highest as much as Jewish women? What y'all got in common? Nappy hair. Okay? And the reason my mama and grandmother and them didn't have it because they wasn't using perms. You want to trace fibroids, go back to the introduction of perms. I'm going to put something on my hair to change what God gave me. Huh? Black folks is like, we are 12% of the population. And as we talk now, 87% of everybody in America that should be on kidney dialysis machines is black folks, okay? Black men is 4% of America. 82% of prostate cancer death is black men. Hey, something wrong with that picture. We got almost 400 million people, and you telling me out of all those folks that don't look like me, I get 82% of the power. Why? Because God gave me a prostate and a sex organ to create another God. Huh? I use it to get my manhood. I go to work, they reduce me to a boy. And then I'm going to come home and get my manhood. That's why you hear a lot of black folks talk different. That, oh, boy, I'll kill you, boy. You my son. No. You didn't tell that white man that to touch you on your butt, huh? Right. And spit at you, but you're going to come home. And I want to take my sex organ and get my manhood. Let me tell you what happens to that prostate. The sperms, that's the seed that goes into the woman's egg. It lives in your testicles because they have to live in a temperature 2 degrees below your body temperature. When you ejaculate, 500 million sperms come out. And they got to pass through your prostate to get electrical charge because when they're in your testicles, they are dormant. So every time you have a sexual discharge, you expense 500 million sperms, and each one come through and we so busy trying to get our manhood with our penis and working for instant gratification. Get it, daddy? Huh? And then all at once, that's why we can be 4% of the population and end up with 82% of prostate cancer death. And understand one thing. They ain't got no kidney dialysis machines in Africa. Why? They don't need them. If this is a black thing, how come they ain't dying in Africa for it, huh? And then they tell me, say, well, Bro Greg, the reason you black men got so much prostate cancer, you don't get examined. Well, that hillbilly white boy that had no education, can't read, can't write, you tell me he's getting examined? What's this game about, huh? And so when you stop and think about, you know, and so when you look at the real stats, what's wrong? What takes my kidneys down? Fear, paranoia, and anguish. Most black people always angry about a white racist system. They ain't gonna do a damn thing about it.
Right.
Fear, scared of it. White cop pass. You can have 12 doctor's degree and be black. And when that siren behind you, you squeeze the steering wheel and they pass right by you. Say it wasn't after you in the first place. Paranoid. Okay. So now, what cools your kidneys out? Awareness. And
you know what, Brother Gregory, I could attest to that, how we instill fear in our young without even saying a word, because I was down in the criminal courthouse in Memphis, and I talked to this young brother. He had a young kid that's like 4 or 5 years old. He said every time that kid see a cop, sometimes he get real afraid or he pees on himself, because he saw how cops have done his father. When he got pulled over, every time he see a cop, he get really, really nervous. I mean, he was at 5 years old. He got this type of fear.
And that's part of the game. Now, let's go over this again. What blows your kidneys out? Fear, paranoia, and anger. What cools them out? What heals them? Awareness and gentleness, huh? Your liver. Cirrhosis of the liver? You don't need no alcohol. What causes cirrhosis of the liver? Anger, rage, and depression. Oh, girl, I feel so depressed. Oh, I'm so angry. Oh, I'm outward, okay? Now, what changes your liver around? Kindness and balance, huh? The universe put it all here. The church been telling you, but we don't know how to break it down. I don't even know if they know. Love your enemy. They didn't say love your mama. Love your enemy. Pray for those that hate you. And when you do that, your liver gets clean. You lose the anger. You lose the rage, huh? Your kidneys get straight. You know, and so more people in America die from lung cancer, from grief, than smoking cigarettes. Grief is a violation of God. Huh? I hear the old folks say, oh, she just grieving herself to death. Grief, sadness, and shame. That's why when you whoop a child, they get sad. You're messing with their lungs. They're shame. You punish me. Grief causes lung cancer, sadness, and shame.
That's right.
What turns your lungs around? Courage, righteousness, love, and being lovable. I've been married 52 years, and love ain't got nothing to do with it. It's we lovable. When you're lovable, I'm safe with you, and you safe with me. Now, you black folks, I want you to hear this. And this is what the researchers come up with. All this stuff about whooping a child in the Bible, spat a rod and spoil the child. The child in the Bible is the billy goat, okay? Child gloves, leather child glove. The rod is the stick that the shepherd boy have, so when the sheep get too close to the edge, he just holds it out and direct them, and you can pick that bunch of crap up and strike a child, huh? Child be hollering and screaming, huh? And maybe we sit back and tolerate it, and maybe in an unconscious way, that's what police brutality is on us for. You get payback for what you're doing.
Right.
Now watch this here. Now, y'all, a whole lot of you ignorant folks, like my mama, she'd hear this, she's alive, and she couldn't believe it because she got to justify, just like white folk got to justify why they hate me. Huh? But let me tell you something, how stupid that whole thing they was doing. If you was the owner of the plantation, you, the white man, Captain Kachipi, huh? And you had 5,000 slaves. Those slaves were yours. You owned them.
Right.
They took your name. Those are Kachipi's niggas, huh? You owned them. Now, watch this now. when I sit and look at him and he look at me, you, my sister, you work in the kitchen, you make up the beds upstairs. I work in the basement. I fix stuff. When you got to go to the toilet in that white man's house during slavery, it wasn't a separate toilet in there for you. You used the same toilet he used,
Right.
He didn't have a drinking fountain in this house where you making them rolls and this and say colored only. That's what the fool he is,
Mm-hmm.
When George Wallace and all of them was talking about segregation, every time they went to New York, they flew on a plane that was integrated and stayed at a hotel that was integrated. That's what this country, you get so ignorant when you hate and think you're better than somebody else, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now we mad at the white man. Do you know that more black men in America during slavery was lynched over black women than white women? Did you know that?
Oh, no, sir.
Well, look, all these beautiful sisters, you think they just got pretty, man, last year?
No, sir.
They were pretty when they got off the boat. So if I own y'all, I'll go out there and pick them like I'm picking plums, And then fall in love with them. Love, man. I'm sitting there with my Molly, man. This white woman has got all these spots. She's getting old sun spots, little bumps on the face. I didn't know it was cancer, I'm looking at this sister here and think it's mine. I own her and fell in love. And then somebody go tell you, Brother Greg, he back then, he having an affair with your wife. And he walk out there, man, and he walk out there, he's so mad because he loved the sister and lynched me. And I'm going to say this again. More black men got lynched over black women than white women. Okay? And so all of this crazy, nobody in Africa would ever hit a child. It's a violation of God to hit a child. So I go to the researcher at the University of Chicago, and I said, I got to know something wrong, but I need you to tell me. I had a woman call me up one day on a radio show when I told her it's a violation to hit a child. You know what she told me? Mr. Gregory, I love you, and I've always admired you, but I can't go along. But you said you shouldn't whoop a child. I said, Miss, let me tell you something. How many times have you violated God? How many times did you lie? Did God ever reach down from heaven and smack you? Did God ever reach down from heaven and knock you down? Did God ever raise his voice at you and say, I'm your mama, I'll kill you? No. So why do you think you qualify to do that? And let me tell you what happened. I want y'all to hear this, and the next time you hear these violent reports about how violent black folks are, okay, punishment leads to shame. Punishment leads to shame. Hear that? Punishment leads to shame. One of the big things that mess your lungs up is shame. Punishment leads to shame. Hear me. Shame leads to anger. What we just finished going through? What messes up? All your kidneys and anger?
Right.
Punishment leads to shame. Shame leads to anger. Then rage. Then rage. Hear me. This is scientific data. What mess your liver up? Rage. And finally, it leads to violence. Punishment leads to shame. Shame leads to anger. Then anger leads to rage. And finally, violence. All right, now follow me. Shame is the assault on the soul. That's inside the pit where God roams. Shame. When you shame of a white racist system and don't do nothing about it. When shame reaches the inner core of your spirit, that's way down, it leads to violence.
Yes,
now, hear me now. when shame is so overwhelming, the mind numbs itself, numbs itself, and the individual cannot feel anything. Many times leading to a sociopath or psychopath, a living machine that can kill or maim without any feelings or remorse. Now look and see what go on in the ghetto, and then trace it back to your stick or your hitting somebody. And finally, when this woman called me up and said, Mr. Gregory, my daughter's 21 years old, and she in college, and she called me the other day and thanked me for the whoopings I gave her. I said, it sounds like a fool. Anybody going to call you and thank you for a whooping? Thank you for hitting me? I said, let me ask you this, dear. How long did your daughter live with you before she went to college? She said, 20 years. I said, do me a favor. One day, take out a pencil and piece of paper and write down 3 meals a day you fed her, times 365 days, times 20 years, 3 meals a day for 365 days to the year for 20 years. And then add that up, and that's how many meals you gave. Did she ever call you and thank you for food or call you and thank you for a whooping? Somewhere, when this is changed around and y'all get off all this bad information, oh, I don't know why y'all so violent. Malt liquor is only sold in black neighborhoods. If you don't believe it, get in your car and go to a white neighborhood and see if you can buy malt liquor. Because they put some stuff in malt liquor called manganese. Your body needs manganese, but once you get too much, you'll kill your mama. Research. Listen to the research. Crime is linked to pollution. Now hear this. Polluted water can cause brain damage that turns ordinary people into violent criminals. A researcher said, who's the researcher? Brilliant Roger Masters of Dartmouth College in Hanover, New Hampshire, compared crime figures from the FBI with information on industrial discharge of lead and manganese. Listen, he found a link between pollution levels and murder, assault, and robbery. Counties in America with the highest pollution level has a crime rate triple America's average. And you think this is you? Right. You think this is you? I say, go see if you can buy malt liquor in the white neighborhood, and you drink it and wonder why they act a fool. It's all manipulated through food, air, and I didn't know till I got into this research that the FBI keep records on how many homicides in America is caused from pollution. Thank you, ma'am.
Oh, well, like I said before, I always say this, the most valuable real estate that you can fight over is the space between your ears. And we are in the Mind Info War stage right now. I want to get to the callers. They've been, like, just dropping. They just really appreciate with all the knowledge you have been dropping, Brother Gregory, in the chat rooms. And the call-in lines are massive. So we're going to move it along. Sister Margaret Block, are you there?
Yeah, how are you?
Oh, fine. What would we all be? Sister Margaret Block, she's a freedom fighter extraordinaire.
God bless you, sister. Peace and love to you and the family.
That's right.
And the same to you. I'm looking forward to seeing you in Selma this weekend.
I'll be there this weekend. I'll be there Friday.
Yeah. And I want to thank you again.
She's a Hall of Fame on the read, Brother Gregory.
Okay, just let me know when I get there. Just pull my arm. Let me know.
Okay, if I can get to you. You know, I just was getting ready to thank you too.
Wait. Anybody can get to me. I don't let nobody surround me. I don't let nobody push nobody off. I don't let nobody tell them, this is my life. Black folks made me. Okay?
Yeah.
You made
me.
That's
how you did at the Purple Onion with that Fiducia or whatever his name was when you played the Purple Onion.
Yep.
In San Francisco. That was in 66 or sometime. Yeah.
I remember. Yep. So I will see you there.
Yeah, and also I want to, because I was really kind of feeling ambivalent about going down there as being inducted into the Hall of Fame. And when
you deserve it.
But I realize that when like you said it's the greatest, because I try to be humble all the time. I like being humble.
Humble. Yeah, but look there. Truth is truth, and nothing like being honored by your peers. They know you. You can't trick them, huh?
Yeah.
You can walk down the street and everybody in town think you're the smartest thing going, but your mama know you dumb. You can't trick your peers. Yeah, so I will see you there, dear lady, and we will spend some time talking. I will give you all my phone numbers, and my wife know where you can reach me 24 hours a day. Anytime you need to talk to me, you call me.
We can talk about Greenwood.
Oh, baby, great. Oh,
my brother you know my brother, Sam Block.
Oh, yes. See, people don't know. Snick was the only people who went into Greenwood.
Yeah.
Snick and the NAACP. King and them, they was scared to come. Let me tell you something.
They sure did.
We talk about the Ku Klux Klan. The Ku Klux Klan, they ran them out of Mississippi in the 20s. They say, y'all ain't mean enough. You ain't seen nothing mean till you seen that Mississippi redneck hating White Citizens Council. They was the terrorists, huh?
Yeah.
They would shoot at Jesus if you told them Jesus was black.
Sure would.
I was there. Listen, when they cut, you remember when we was registering people to vote, and with Kennedy in the White House, the two senators, Eastman and Stennis, they got the food stamps cut off to black folks.
They sure did, but you did them a favor.
And we said, wait a minute. Held a press conference.
We never ate that good.
I said, I will feed y'all. And we brought 70 tons of food, flew it in every 2 weeks. And when they found that they couldn't bust us, they put the food stamps back on.
Yeah, they was commodities.
Yep.
Canned meat and stuff. I said,
and that old cheese, look, that government cheese. Hey, look, you will make. I tell white folks get in the government. I said, no. If your oven don't go up to 1,300 degrees Fahrenheit, that government cheese don't melt. No, man, you can take every rat in the world to the government warehouse with the cheese, and ain't gonna eat no self-respecting rat gonna eat that cheese. Thank you, dear. I'll look for you there.
Okay.
I'll be in. Hey, man, you have my friend's phone number, Doc?
Yeah, I got her. She's a good friend of the show.
Call my wife. Call my wife. Well, when you get off the show, call her. You got her number, sister here?
Yeah, I can get it from Ron, but I'm not gonna call her this late.
Okay, just call, get the number, and call Lil, and she'll tell you what time I come in. I'm coming into Birmingham.
Oh, I'm coming into Montgomery.
Yeah, well, then they'll drive me to Selma.
Yeah. Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing you.
I'll see you there.
Okay.
Thank you, Sister Margaret.
Thank you much, dear.
And we're going to move on to another. There is so many people waiting. You got a lot of fans. I believe it's John or Judy. John and Judy Gibson. Are you there?
This is John Gibson. Hello, Mr.
Hey,
Gregory.
Brother John. Hey.
God bless you, my brother. Peace and love to you.
Same right back at you. I wanted to ask you if you could tell us some about your experience when you went down to Philadelphia, Mississippi in June of '64. I've read little summaries about you making that trip, but I was wondering if you could tell us some more about that.
I think that was when the 3 civil rights workers was killed.
Right, when Cheney, Swerner, and Goodman had did.
Yeah, I was in Moscow that day. Remember, there's a time difference, right?
Right.
And a black African they found froze to death in Moscow. Now, Moscow had college. The largest college in the world is the University of Moscow. But black folks couldn't go there. They'd go to the University of Lumumba. And the Russians was trying to keep up with the Chinese because they was bringing black folks from Africa over to China for school. And this black African was dating this white Russian woman, and they found him froze. So we went over there, me and a friend of mine. And so that morning, we was going to get up and go to Moscow Square with our signs about how racist you Russians are. And we woke up that morning, the AP came by my hotel and told me about what had happened in Philadelphia, Mississippi. We ran back to the hotel, ran to the airport, caught a plane from there to Rome to New York, and we got there that night with the time difference. And I was confronting Sheriff Rainey, and I said, you know who killed him, and you was part of it, and we're going to get you. And then so I called Hugh Hefner, and I said, Hefner, I need you to slide $25,000 in an open account and get back to me with the number. And when he did, the next day, I put up $25,000 reward to catch the folks that was involved. I want y'all to hear this good now. And I told him what the number was so the press could check it out. The first time in the history of America the FBI ever put up a reward is after I put up $25,000, they offered $30,000. And here's what happened. The guy gave them the information, and he was also trying to hustle me too. And he gave me the information. And about 6 weeks passed and nothing happened. And so I was on my way to Hawaii. And I held a press conference in San Francisco. And I said to the President of the United States, I said, I know where the bodies are. And if those bodies is not dug up this evening, then at 12 noon tomorrow, I will go under the viaduct where they are with a shovel and dig them up, and they come up with that night. So that was my experience in Philadelphia, Mississippi. Now the indictment come down. It was 18 people involved. They indicted 19. Now here's how it worked. When the trial started, 19 people. Well, they could prove that one of them was in jail in New Orleans. And that's how those cases got thrown out. That's how they got thrown out. So after you do this, how the jury going to believe anything you tell them? And that's how they would work. So that was my story. But I spent more time in Greenwood, Mississippi. Oh, we used to tangle in Greenwood, brother. Now let me tell you how God works. When King and them was saying, be nonviolent, don't hate nobody, right, love your enemy, everybody's your neighbor. Every time I went to Mississippi, I knew I would die, but I went anyway. Give me an army that's willing to die, and I will destroy any army that's willing to kill. We see that now in Iraq. Right. We see that now. We saw it in Vietnam, The mightiest military in the history of planet Earth, And those American soldiers have 70 pounds of equipment on them. And the Taliban ain't got nothing in their hand. They ain't got no rockets. They ain't got no the more suicide planes that we use. Look, the outfits they wear look like curtains my mother used to put up to the window. And they running us out of there. Give me an army that's willing to die, and I will destroy any army that's willing to kill. And so now that I ever believe I could stand here 45 years later with no guns back then, no anger, no meanness, and report to you tonight there's been a black man head of the Mississippi State Troopers. There's been a black woman head of social services, Did I ever believe that this story, that's what you can do with love, not hatred. That's what you can do with when you dissolve bitterness. It becomes bigger than any human being on the planet. And I can tell you that never in the history of planet Earth had anybody made the progress that African Americans has made in a 45-year period, in spite of black folks and white folks lying to one another. So this is where we come. And it's going to keep moving and keep moving and keep moving. I do not believe we are beyond the point of no return, but we fastly getting there. And so thank you, my brother.
Yeah, people can read a wonderful account of your Greenwood experience and your great autobiography, Nigger. I really love that book. I read it a couple years ago.
Thank you.
So stop reading it, man. I need to read that because right now in Greenwood, we're still waiting on the results of the second autopsy of the brother Frederick Tremaine Carter, who was found hanging from a tree on December 3rd in the northern part of Greenwood.
Oh, that's right.
White. Yeah, we're still waiting on the autopsy results. It should be coming back any day now.
Okay.
So also we're going to move on. We got so many people that is like emailing me and texting me. We need to talk to Dick Gregory. He's brilliant. Baba Gregory, they call you. And Sister Nancy Lockhart, one of the unsung heroes of the Scott Sisters movement. How you doing?
How are you, Ronald?
God bless
you,
sister.
Mr. Gregory?
I am fantastic. Thank you very much.
Great. I just wanted to say thank you to you for a lot of things that you don't know that you did for me. One was, back in the 80s, cooking with Mother Nature.
Yes,
and then the Bahamian diet, which I used and got rid of a lot of weight. And learned about it actually through Martin King III and sold the products under him. Yeah, and then fast forwarding a little bit, I appreciate the fact that you were in the Cotton Picking Truth still on the plantation. Documentary.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. And I'm wondering, actually, if you think that documentary will be instrumental in getting some of the, quote, slaves or indentured servants that exist today on the plantations in Mississippi. Off of the
I didn't hear it. I didn't hear. Say that again. You said what?
I'm wondering if you feel that documentary, still on the plantation, will be instrumental in getting some of those slaves or indentured servants.
Yeah, they will. That will change. You see, in the early days of slavery, in America, there were more white slaves than black slaves. They just call them indentured servants.
Right.
Yeah, and I think once you circulate something, you see, let me tell you about a rat and a roach. You don't get a gun and shoot them. You just turn the light on, and they'll run. They live in darkness. You don't run in and cuff them, stomp your foot, just turn the light on, and they will run. That's all we need to do, and that's what's going to happen when people look at that documentary. Daylight comes on. And then the next thing you know, there's people organizing to do something about it, and it happens. Thank you, dear.
Thank you, Sister Nancy. And we're going to move on.
Thank you.
And we're going to move on to area code 216. You're on the air. Thanks for waiting. 216, are you there?
Yeah, what's up?
Cleveland?
What's up, Islam?
God bless you. Hello? That's 216. Is that Cleveland?
Yeah.
Yeah, it got to be Cleveland, man. It is Cleveland.
Okay, good. God bless your brother.
Yeah, this Cleveland. I
thank you.
I wanted to ask you a question, but first I want to say I listen to you on Warren Ballantyne's show a lot, and I appreciate a lot of the information that you bring, to the show about the New World Order and the Illuminati and things like that.
Yes, thank you.
And you opened up my eyes to a lot of stuff. But I had a kind of a critical question because I hear that you support Barack Obama a lot. I know when you was on the Warren Ballantyne show, you give a lot of. I've heard you give a lot of support to Barack Obama on the Warren Ballantyne show.
I give a lot of what? Wait. I give a lot of what?
Support to Barack
In what
Obama.
Way? All right. Tell me what I said.
I heard you speak positively of him when he was running for president during the presidential election. I had done a little bit of research, on Barack Obama, and I was finding out that he's advised by Zabisco Brzezinski, who started the Trilateral Commission with David Rockefeller.
Wait a minute, you said he's what? Wait, hold back up. He said he's what?
Barack Obama, one of his foreign policy advisors is Zabisco Brzezinski.
Oh, yeah, who I know all that. You also know his mother and father was CIA, too, right?
Yeah. And,
did you?
Who mother and father? Who mother and father?
Obama.
I didn't know that. Well,
that's what I'm saying.
That's new to me.
Look, I have the number one researcher. I have the number one research team in the world. There's nothing you can tell me. And all I said, and I'll keep saying, that when he gets in, this can't be fixed. And I'm sitting here now looking at a black man in the White House, and running white folk crazy. Running white folk crazy. Now let me tell you, I did a documentary in Japan 5 years ago, okay? And the guy was just playing. So, Mr. Gregory, when you think we'll have an African-American president? I said, the next one will be. I said, how did you know after it happened? They came in and did another one. I said, any time in America in the last 5 years before the election, they did 6 movies in Hollywood showing black men as presidents, and they wasn't comedies. Remember that?
Right.
The number one TV show was 24, a black president assassinated by his Secretary of State. So I said, the brother really better watch Hillary. I mean, they put it out there, man. You see it. Right before Rome fell, they appointed a black emperor from Africa, but it didn't help them. And keep your eye on a black brother out of Atlanta, Republican, named Herman Cain. Brilliant. He just got picked by the Tea Party, their convention last week, to be their presidential candidate. Now, here's what I love about it. He was chairman of the Kansas City Federal Reserve. When Godfather Pizza was bankrupt and broke, he took it over as the CEO and brought it to life, and their stock is out the box. He was president of the American Restaurants Association. That's white folks. They're more powerful than the gun lobby. He's probably on the other side of Clarence Thomas. Oh, I can't wait for them to pick him. Why? Because all my white friends will have a choice of one black guy or the other. Oh, let me fun. Jesus. Oh, I'm 80 years old. Thank God for just letting me live that long if this can happen. So that's what, you know, anytime you vote for the lesser of the two evils, if there's any God at all, you deserve the evil of the evil, And remember one thing, it ain't who votes that count and determine the winner, is who count the votes. It ain't the vote that determines the winner, is who counts the votes.
And George W. said that, right? He said something like that, just because you get all the votes, you're going to win, right? You're right. I'm going to show Cleveland some more love because of the LeBron situation and stuff like that. We got another Cleveland caller.
Yeah, love it.
Are you on the air, Cleveland?
Yes, I'm here.
God bless you, ma'am. What's your name?
This is Mama Oladeji, all-around queen in Cleveland.
I love it.
Yeah. And you see my name in the chat room. My name in the chat room is No Horse Talk. That's the name of a program that I have on Block Talk concerning the 11 murders and decapitation of the women here in Cleveland, the Imperial Queens, and that's what that program is about. One of the main black serial killers, Sowell, and he hasn't gone to court yet. But anyway, that's not what I called to talk about. My brother, do I love you? Yeah, I'm up there with you in age, so I've been with you a long time. The last time I saw you was when you came to Corey Church here in Cleveland.
Yes.
Corey Church is where we have Freedom School. For those that don't know, we were doing the riots in the 60s. I'm an ex-nationalist, and I've been out there on the front line for a long time. But I'm just going to tell you, right now, my concern is what you were talking about a little earlier was the water being polluted. And they have also taken over the seeds. And I want to know, how do we get our natural seeds back? Because we cannot generate our melanin to heal ourselves if we don't have seeds that's producing nutrients. And how in the world did a a corporation get to commandeer all the seeds on the universe and claim them as their own, and
that's what white supremacy. That's what white supremacy is about.
Yeah,
let me tell you something.
How can we get our seeds?
Wait. Wait. First, if you and I plant 10,000 acres of wheat, right?
Mm-hmm.
And decide we're going to give it to Africa, right?
Mm-hmm.
We can't do that because the seeds also got patents on them. You know that, right?
Right.
And just like if Stevie wanted to do a record, if we sing it, we got to pay him.
Mm-hmm.
If we take it to Broadway, we got to pay him.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Now, how do you get them back? Well, one, you can't go outside the country and buy them because you know you can't bring seeds into the country, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now let me tell you something else. You heard of cross-pollination, right?
Mhm.
So if you
I
got
know the whole
seeds,
story about the bird flying over, dropping a seed. They got a patent on. They can come and commandeer your crops, and the farmers.
Yeah, but wait, listen to me, dear. Listen to me. Hear me.
Mm-hmm.
If you got good seeds, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good seeds,
mm-hmm.
huh? And 2 miles away, I'm using the genetically engineered seeds. The pollen blows.
Mm-hmm.
You still get messed up.
Mm-hmm.
They making organic tomatoes now.
Mm-hmm.
Crossbreed it with a fish cell. So it makes the tomato hold water. So you can leave that tomato on your kitchen counter for 6 weeks and come back, this is pretty and red. But when you eat that tomato, your body holds water. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
And when you go to the doctor don't know nothing about these tomatoes, so they think you waterlog it, and they give you those water pills. Anytime I can give you prescription for something you don't need, that'll kill you.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
There's a universal God force that says we talk about our melanin. Every time you buy a loaf of bread, every time you go buy baby food, you pay tax for this thing to create this evilness all over the world.
Right,
so when I was a little boy, when the police show up, we say, everybody go when the wagon comes. So we can call ourselves black and this and that. We let our black children go to war to liberate folks, and they can come over here and live better than us. Koreans can come here and get a loan, do everything, and we don't see nothing wrong with that. Huh? We go all over the world and then talk about a Bible, thou shalt not kill. Well, wait a minute. The 10th commandment. Well, how come you let your children go to war and do that? And so this is, baby, look. We are being punished. You talk about the melanin. The way we have treated folks, the way we have gone down the road, the way we have sit and let people put us in jail. Let me try how it works, miss.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just give you some round numbers so you can say up with me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say they arrest 100 black folks in Cleveland every day, right?
Yeah.
You got that?
Yeah.
100.
They got over 30 prisons. Right
no,
here
baby, hear me. Baby, please listen to me. Please. To make it easy, let's say they arrest 1,000 a month, okay?
Okay.
At the end of the year, that's 12,000 people, right?
Mm-hmm.
At the end of 10 years, that's 120,000 people, right? They move them out of the city to the rural area, and where rural white folks now can have jobs. All right? Now, what's worse than that is every 10 years they do the census, right?
Yeah.
And those 120,000, times 10, they get counted with the rural area. So you subtract that from the Cleveland area, Koala County, whatever it is,
Cuyahoga,
and
right?
add that. So what you're going to start seeing after this last census, last year, you're going to see black folks and white folks in the large city losing Congress people, and the rural area going to pick them up.
Okay.
They've been doing that.
Okay.
They've been doing that. And so somewhere we can talk about the melanin and talk about that. You tune in to the melanin. You get rest. See, anytime you don't get 9 hours sleep a day, your melanin's messed up anyway. Anytime you drink liquor and alcohol, your melatonin. Anytime you smoke reefers, your melatonin's messed up anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but there are some folks with the melatonin here. You see, the reason they could never put the Hopis in jail, because when they put them in, they could turn themselves into birds and bees and roaches and crawl out. Where'd they come from? They the Dogons. Okay. Walked over here from Africa. They come from the North Star, huh? And so they talk all this old talk, but there's real folks up here with the real melatonin.
Okay.
Shape-shifting. They turn themselves into gorillas, bears, anything they want. That's the power that a human being has.
But if
we have sit over here. We've ate from this table of hatred, huh? And see, when we were born, we was all born with wisdom. This thug changed it to smart and intelligence, huh? Smart and intelligence, huh? Look in all your Bibles in the world and see if you see anything in it that talks about smart. You see, you make it smart and intelligent because he can give you a test and grade you on that. If he could grade wisdom, he could build a pyramid, okay?
Okay.
And so it's going to come down, and I'm going to say this again. I, as a black man, I have 10 children, which means God gave me the power to create 10 gods.
Okay.
And never asked me how much money do you have in the bank, what color are you, huh? Did you go to school, you get a degree, huh? Where do you live, huh? Didn't ask me none of that. Okay. And I produced 10 gods. And the sad part about it is, I never had an affair with my wife Lillian to produce a human being. I was just ripping off the booty, baby. Here's the problem. Here's the problem. When I look myself in the mirror and realize I never bought a car, I didn't know the year, the make, the model, the down payment, the monthly notes, the insurance, and the trade-in. When I got to look me in the face and realize I put more planning into owning a jive automobile than creating God's new life, I'm the problem, huh? And one day when it back up, every time I get on a plane and go to a peace rally, every time I pay tax, which buys guns and bombs and fall on women and children. So when it falls on my children and grandchildren, I just hope God give me enough strength to say, I'm guilty. That's all. Well, we can talk all the melatonin stuff and all that stuff we want. There are people here, hear me, there are people here with it, and when with the right connections, you'll know right where you can go and get it. You know right the crop they can't mess with, huh?
Yeah, what I wanted to know is I appreciate that information, but what I wanted to know is there any way that this brother, the activist, because he seems like, a real powerful brother, that we could try to do something about, because I don't feel like there should be 30 prisons in one state. And this is the new slave labor, and I don't feel that no one entity should own all the seeds in the universe. That's something like you say with air. But they're even selling oxygen. They're cutting down the trees and even selling oxygen. They're just selling all the natural resources that the Creator did give us. And I want to know how we can come together to try to do something.
If a cat and a dog was eating food and the food dried up in the county, what would they do?
Perish.
What would they do? They migrate someplace else, right? Huh?
Okay.
That's the same thing. But the universal God gave you that brilliance. If Cleveland caught on fire today, how many people you think would stay there and burn? They would get out of there, right?
Okay, like they did in New Orleans, you mean?
And go someplace else, right? And so that's what it is. We so locked into.
No, what I'm saying is that they come in during the season in India, every place, Africa, every place, all over the
baby, you don't have to look. I wrote the book, huh?
Right.
See, we give him too much credence, huh? There's places people got stuff tucked away, and when you get in order, somebody come and whisper something in your ear. Hide some Navy beans.
Okay.
You hear me?
That's what I'm trying to find out.
You hear me?
That's what I'm trying to find out.
And let me tell you something, dear.
You heard of fruitarians?
Yeah, I am.
You ever heard that? People eat nothing but fruit,
I've
right?
been following you for a long time. I heard of airtarians.
Baby, that's what I'm fixing to tell you. You heard of vegetarians, right?
Yes.
Then you heard of breatharians, right?
Right.
All right. We weren't never meant to eat. All of this is a game. And you know that. That's how you said airtarian. We was made to breathe, huh? Mm-hmm. And people will get back to that. That universal God ain't never put me here and depend on me to get my dinner from a handful of thugs, huh?
Okay.
Huh? Okay. Who I give my money to is who I give my power to, huh? And so when you stop and think about a handful of thugs, huh? You think they eating genetically engineered food? Huh?
No, definitely not.
Well, then all we got to do is just pray and meditate that where they get theirs, that's where I will get mine.
All right, there. Well, we're going to move on to area code 318. Thank you, sister, for the call. We'll be in touch. Is his brother Marcus Jones?
Yes, sir. Brother Ron, how you doing?
Brother, how you doing, Brother Marcus Jones? This is the reason why I got Brother Dick Gregory in the first place. This is Brother Marcus Jones, the father of Michael Bell of Genesis fame.
Yes. Thank you, brother. God bless you, brother. Peace to you.
Yeah, God bless you.
Thank you.
God bless you, too, Mr. Gregory. How you doing? It's been a while since we talked.
It sure has, man. Just thank you for staying strong, brother. Because they know what you've been through. The world don't know. They be doing stuff, man. The New York Times report some of it, but you know what happens every day. And thank you.
Yes, Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. I was just calling to wish best wishes to you, Brother Ron, for your show, and just speak to you, Mr. Gregory. That's all I just calling in.
Thank you, my brother. Tell the family and the madam. Tell everybody hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. I sure appreciate the time. I appreciate the times I was always bumping. I didn't hear you.
No. Go ahead, Mr. Gregory.
Yep, I hear you. What'd you say?
Yeah, Mr. Gregory, I always enjoyed your enthusiasm and the knowledge you have passed on to me through our meetings and marching together, and I appreciate you. God bless you. And Brother Ron, God bless your show.
Well, Brother Marcus, I appreciate you, and we love you, manly, as the word.
Thank you, brother. We love you, and thank you.
You know, Brother Gregory, I was thinking about you were saying about the sparing the rod, all this punishment that we put on each other. I just got to read a biography about Sam Momo Giancana. I know you know who he is. His father used to tie him to a tree and whoop him. And then he got older, he became real vicious, a psychopath. And his father wasn't in fear of him, but his father used to tie him to a tree every day and whip him.
Yeah.
And that's why he became the psychopathic monster that he ended up becoming.
Let me tell you something, Doctor. 98% of your people in jail for violent crimes, they trace that back to whoopings they got when they was a little child. To whoopings. See, the human body was not put here by my mother. The human body was never whooped with a stick.
Right.
The universal God force who made me, you got people who hit a child with a stick and wouldn't go out and hit their Cadillac with the same stick. And so when you sit and you look at a little child, you hear, listen, nothing, hear me. When you're combing a child's hair, I had 7 daughters. My wife be coming, they be hollering and screaming, Mommy. And I walk in and say, Lil, we must be violating something. Them children scream every morning when you combing their hair. That's God telling you it's not supposed to be combed. When the first person was on this planet, wasn't no combs. Huh? What are you doing? We don't hear that because society says you're supposed to look a certain way. Huh? Society, clean up, wear good clothes like the mafia. What's them old boys doing with their pants down below their drawers? Hitler never wore his pants below his drawers, huh?
That's right.
The people that killed Jesus, they never wore their pants below their drawers. You think them priests that was ripping off them little boys for 100 years, you think they was wearing their pants below their drawers?
Hello.
That's right. We got a couple more calls. I just want to get in a few people as I can. So many people that want to give you homage and praise. Is area code 719, you on the air? You want to speak? 719, area code. I guess they're listening.
7191?
832, Houston. We got Houston. Houston, are you there? 832. Can you hear me? 878? Let's keep on moving now. I guess a lot of people just listening in. Got area code 626, you on the air. You got anything to say? 626? A lot of people just listen. You got a lot of listeners.
Good.
I mean, like, in the chat room is going crazy in there. People is really enjoying it. 816. You got on there, 816?
816 right here.
All right, welcome to We All Be Ready.
816, God bless you, brother. 816, finally got one.
Got one, right. You want to say anything, Brother Dick Gregory?
Y'all Power from Kansas City. Y'all Power from Kansas City. I remember Brother Dick Gregory at Pittsburgh, Kansas in 69, right?
Yes.
1970, you came to campus to talk to people, man. Enough respect to you. Continue to do the good work, man.
You in Kansas City, Missouri, or Kansas City, Kansas?
Kansas City, Kansas.
Well, you know, right across the bridge there, Kansas City, Missouri, you know they got enough, you know y'all got those natural caves. You know that, right?
Oh, yeah, been there.
And you know they have enough food stored there.
Been there. Been there. Go ahead, I'm listening to you.
They got food stored in them caves and medicine to last for 1,000 years. That's the heartbeat right there in them caves. That's what Huck Finn and all of them. That's what what's his name? Oh God, what's his name that wrote Huckleberry Finn?
Oh, Mark Twain.
What Mark Twain then was talking about in his writing. Them caves. that's where Frank and Jesse James came from, up there in the boot hills of Missouri.
Yeah, you're right about that.
They killed Jesse. And Frank changed his name to Rockefeller. That's what Rockefeller was, some thug. John D. Rockefeller, the old man, he whooped women, his children, everybody. He wasn't a little gangster. And then they polished themselves up. That's how they got so rich. They stole everything moving.
All right.
So, yeah, so you're in a good place. So that's where they're going to send most of the army and the militia there to protect that food because they know people know there's going to be a run on them caves.
Yeah, you, Brother Dick Gregory. I mean, you look at the revolution going on right now overseas, but you think, like, you see what's going on in Wisconsin and Ohio and other places. Do you think that the spirit is here? Do you think it can actually happen here? It can evolve from a protest to a full-fledged revolution?
You see, remember, revolution is nothing but evolution. Mm-hmm. Evolution is nothing but a gradual naturistic change that leads into revolution, which is quick change. So you can always tell, like you take your birthday, and you can count back 270 days and know when your mother conceived you.
Yes, sir.
270 days after conception is when gestation, evolution leads into revolution. And when that water bag breaks, it ain't an army on this planet that can keep that baby up in there. So when you stop and think about, you know, the old days, we just pick up stuff. Easter is a Latin word meaning fertility. That's why its symbol is a rabbit and an egg. When is Easter Monday? Easter Monday comes after Good Friday. You get Easter Monday. And then Christmas will come 270 days after Good Friday. It's Christmas. Now, if Good Friday and Easter, one year come in April, another year come in March, right?
Right.
Now, you can't be killed in 2 different months. These are symbols. And so when you go to 270 days from Good Friday
is Christmas. Okay? 270 days. On December the 21st, the sun dies. The pagans knew that. That's when they put the wreath up. See, a lot of people don't know that when there was a death in the family, you put a wreath up with a purple armband. The Christmas wreath had a red armband because it represented death of the sun. And it dies for 3 days. Midnight the 21st of December. Midnight, it dies on the 21st. Midnight the 22nd, 1 day. Midnight the 23rd, 2 days. Midnight the 24th is 3 days. Midnight the 21st is the morning of the 25th. That's what they mean when they say on December 20th, the sun is born. That's S-U-N, not S-O-N.
Right.
That's all of this they put out there to play the, and the pagans on December the 24th, midnight, they decorated the trees saying hello to the sun. And so once we start turning that around and looking at it, when is Easter? Easter is always the first Monday after the first new moon, after the first full moon, after the spring equinox, So then we come up with this information. Well, it's a sin to play cards. You ever heard that?
No, I haven't heard. No, sir.
Said old folks, it's a sin to play cards. Have you ever played cards, brother?
Oh, I'm not a card player.
I didn't ask you that. I said, have you ever played cards?
Maybe Uno once.
No. See, you're not. I didn't ask you. I said, have you ever played cards?
No, sir.
Okay, have you ever seen a deck of cards?
Yes, sir.
You know how many suits is in a deck of cards?
No, sir.
4. Spades, clubs, diamonds, and hearts, right?
Yes, sir.
There's 4 seasons to the year. 2 black seasons and 2 red seasons.
Yes, sir.
Summer and spring, it's red. Fall and winter, it's black.
Yes, sir.
Do you know how many cards it is to a deck?
No, sir.
52. How many weeks is it to a year?
52 weeks.
Okay. Now, every suit, you count 1. That's the ace. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11 is the queen. 11 is the jack. 12 is the queen. King is 13, right? So if you add all them numbers up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and then multiply. You know how many weeks it is to a season? 13. If you add all them numbers up, all 4 suits, you get 364, and Joker makes 65, That's what they tell you, don't. That's where all the secrets is hid, you know? And so if you know numerology, you got 2 holes on the side of your head called your ears, your nose is 2 holes, your eyes are 2 holes, your mouth is 1. That's 7 holes. Go down, 8, 9. Okay? 9 is the number of God. There's 9 planets to the universe, right? 9 is the number of God. That's the only number you can multiply by 1,000,000, trillion, billion, and you never lose 9. There is no such thing as 2 digits. You add across till you get 1, and that's the vibration. 9, you can never lose 9. 1 times 9 is 9, right? 2 times 9 is 18. 1 and 8 is 9. 5 times 9 is 45. 4 and 5 is 9. 9 times 9 is 81. 1 and 8. You can multiply 9 by 1,000,000, trillion, billion, and you'll never lose 9 because God ain't to be messed with. And all them folks is playing with the food and stashing that. No. That's a game they playing, son. Oh, the big chief is on his way here. Got a message. Stand up and be counted. That's all. No big thing. We have to stop making God out of a pit bull. God ain't gonna fit God on white folk. The same God that created Hitler created the Jews. The same God that created the slave owner created the slave. Come on, y'all. Okay, Doc, we got anybody there before I run out of here?
Oh, yeah, we got a couple people. I definitely want to. It's an honor to have you always on.
Oh, wait, you know how to get me? Just call Lillian.
Yes, sir. I just think that my luck, my fortune. But area code 443-447, you on the air? You want to speak?
Yes, sir. Well, first of all, I want to say thank you to Bob and Dick for this wonderful, incredible show. I mean, it's just been amazing. I just want to point out two things which really made him my role model. I remember when you came to Baltimore on one visit, you said that you would rather someone killed you than for you to ever have to take a life in this lifetime. And me being young, I'm like, you know, this is amazing because, you know, I mean, I didn't know nothing about that kind of philosophy. And the second thing was when I read Callous on My Soul, and you said you fasted in Iran for those hostages, and you didn't tell anybody. So you went over there and you were fasting, and you didn't tell anybody. Anybody who wants to, you know, hear the story can kind of get the book. But I just had one question. Your research team, have they found anything really interesting that you could share with us about UFOs?
Oh, yeah. Before I put a research team together, I knew they existed. I've seen them, and I knew people that said, see, when you get up here in this other category, in the big boy school, right? My baby son was a financial analyst for the city of New York. He couldn't tell them white folks how to spend $34 billion, but they couldn't analyze they couldn't spend till he analyzed. So I said, come on, punk, I'm gonna tell you what the real white folks. See, white ain't a color, it's an attitude. And if you ain't got trillions of dollars in the bank, you can't have the attitude. And most of us black folks in America owe white folks a serious apology because we mad at the wrong white folks. The white folks we mad at couldn't help you if they liked you. They'll kill them on the way to get you, okay? So I said, come on, take you to this meeting in Budapest, let you meet some real white folks. So we sitting there, and we're drinking cognac at $40,000 a shot. I said, Ralph, you don't drink this cheap stuff, man. I'm trying to show off for my son. So he apologized. We go up to the 16th floor where it starts at $100,000 a shot.
Wow.
So I said, Ralph, to this little punky son of mine, tell him what a good day economically for you. He said, if I don't make $50 million a day, it didn't do me no good to wake up. I said, tell him where you fit in the scheme of things. He said, I don't. They'll kill me on the way to get your dad. I said, you up here with the boys that run the stuff. You was Virgin Russell's secretary. You got one of the brilliant minds. Tell him about high school football games. He said 60% of all high school games is fixed, okay? It's a game they got y'all playing, okay? How do you think they get them chumps $200 and $300 million? You think they get that from tickets? They fix one game, huh? The favorite in the Kentucky Derby haven't won in 27 years, huh? Come on, y'all, huh? It's a game. But they just put you to sleep. They put you to sleep, and then when somebody comes with the lantern to try to wake you up, you're crazy. You know they couldn't do that. Huh? Okay. So anyway, no, there's UFOs. I mean, I was talking to this white boy. It was obvious he was one of them because I'd ask him questions and he would answer me. And I said, oh, my God. He came out of San Francisco to the club. He said, your friends want to see you. And I knew what he's talking about. And I wasn't into UFOs or wasn't into them or not. I just hope it's somebody else here other than white folks. So I didn't have no problem believing in them. I said, these white folks I grew up with, oh, my God, I hope this ain't the only thing. God, if you did that. And I'm here in America. I said, God, if you don't do something to this country quick, you owe Simon and Gomorrah a serious apology. Yeah. So everything's going to balance out. Fear and God don't occupy the same space. Fear and God do not. There's a lot of water out here in this ocean, but it can't sink your ship till it gets inside. And if I can trick you into hating me or thinking you above me and all of that, then you violate. You violate. I remember this story my mama used to tell me. This old lady, man, was walking down the street. Rich woman, rich. And she bumped into Jesus.
And he said, oh, Jesus, I can't tell you. I said, oh, Miss Millie, I just love you. I just like the way you take care of people and feed the hunger. I said, Jesus, would you just come by my house one day for dinner? I said, sure. How about next Sunday? And he said, yeah, next Sunday. Okay. What time? He said, 3 o'clock. And so she got everything, got the maids, the butlers, and cooked up fabulous meal. And at 1 o'clock, somebody knocked on the door. She go to the door, and some homeless guy there, man, raggedy, stinky, snot coming out of his nose. And she said, "Oh, go away, come back later. I got a friend come. And she slammed the door. And half hour later, knock on the door. She opened the door. It was a pregnant woman, no shoes on, barefooted, head bleeding, stinking, peed on herself. So I just want a piece of bread. No. Come back later. 10 minutes after that, to knock on the door again. Guy came there with no legs, on crutches. Said, I just want some water. I said, well, I don't have time. Just come back. And then now it's 8 o'clock at night. Jesus haven't showed. 12 o'clock, she dozed off, went to sleep. Next day, he's not there. And she bumped into him 3 days later. And she said, oh, I just can't believe you did me like that. He said, what now? Said, you promised me you was coming by my house for dinner. You didn't tell. She said, yes, I came 3 times. I came as the homeless guy, I came as the pregnant woman, and I came as the handicapped. Time you slammed the door in my face.
Yes, sir.
Walk down the street, you don't know who you're walking by.
Yes, sir.
So that's what it's about. And just don't worry about it. Just stay nice and just talk about how much you love yourself and how much you love other people. And it works.
Well, Brother Dick Gregory, it's an honor to have you on tonight. As always, you are family, and in the words of the great Duke Ellington, we love you madly, and keep on doing the great stuff that you're doing, because you're an inspiration. My
last word is the Scott sisters that called in. Y'all pray for them, everybody. Meditate. Let's put them in the prayer circle every day at 12 o'clock.
At 12 o'clock.
12 o'clock. Just tune in. I called a friend of mine. He just bought a house for $34 million. I said, Jeff, how you doing? He said, I woke up this morning. I said, people going to the electric chair woke up this morning. You can't find a better reason for waking up than stay in bed. And to all you old folks out there, old folks, it ain't elderly, ain't senior citizen. You messed up your body so bad now you don't even want to say, oh, senior citizen. Okay, let me tell you how you know when you're getting old. You know when you're getting old, when somebody compliments them beautiful alligator shoes you wearing and you barefooted. Love you, brother.
Love you, Brother Dick.
Peace to you. Got you. Thank you.
Yes, sir. We are out, but like Brother Dick Gregory said, keep the faith, hold on, be strong. Well, he didn't say that. He said prayer circle at 12 o'clock. But hold on, keep the faith, because we coming. Thank you.